there was a point in my life where I felt like I was just done. Music, life, I was just like, nah. She was like just when your firewood is already going off and you put charcoal or more wood to ignite the fire. That's what she has been doing for so many years because being a creative comes with so many doubts. So imagine I didn't stay through from the jump when she was concerned. Do you think she would be this loyal to me? No, now. I'm saying, oh, you are going through it. No, voila. You go be now. We go see when we see. And not be there like trying to help or just being present. There are number of days where we'll hang out in our family house. I'll just be there. I'll probably be in the studio. She's painting. Or before I got a car, we'll be in the car outside, just chilling, just talking. Or when I didn't have a car, we had I'll bring a cab and I'll just enter the house or just stay outside. We'll just talk. Do you understand that kind of thing? Like, I've always been there. So if there's something that has made this work, that's been my consistency. And also, there has never been an inkling of whether I would ever like somebody else. The concept of another woman is very alien to me. The concept of looking at another woman, not even thinking about it, just looking at her, is very alien. Like, it has always been her. And just seeing what we've been able to build together, every day I see it in children in our eyes, in the house that we have, in the life that we've built together. Even in the downs, especially in the downs, we've had so much that India has never given me a reason to ever doubt her or doubt that she respects me. And I feel like it's almost like it's a reward of
all your presence.
I feel like I've been rewarded so many times over by this woman because there's a way she treats me. And sometimes I don't feel like I deserve it. And if she doesn't do it, it's also cool. It's not like there's no expectation from me to her, like from a husband to a wife. And this is like very weird to say, but like I'm not expecting her to do certain things because I know where her heart is. I know what she will do. So I don't need to expect. But then when she does it, it's mind blowing. One of the things is like the way she doesn't joke about how I eat my food and how it's presented to me. She's always like that. Like, and it's sometimes like even when I sit, I ask her this question every day before I eat every meal. Babe, have you eaten? Because I can't in my mind like start eating, but I know even if she hasn't eaten, she will tell me that she has eaten so that I can eat. And it's not just the eating part; it's the presentation of no matter how crazy it is for you in your world out there, you are number one in this house. So why would I not break my back for her? Always. Do you understand what I mean? So I feel like all those times where I've been consistent, like I'm rewarded every day. And it's not in tidbits and like pieces, like in like huge ways. And I say, especially when time is rough, that's when you know a woman is there for you. Because if it's by money, he go a day. Let's just say, do you know, but I'm saying that it's not why. Because if it's why, then we would not be here 7 years after. Come on, are you kidding me? Do you understand? So I think God just kept me in that time to say, oh, your reward is coming, but please, you have to, this here, so I didn't listen to anybody, a lot of people in my ears saying different things.
I remember when we were like, we did marriage counseling and also about to have our introduction. We had a number of older people tell Femi, even say to me that if they had known that, that was
Pastor self,
if they had known that was the experience I had,
they wouldn't have allowed you marriage.
Femi to break up with me, or Femi should just be careful when we get married. There's some things that will come up, that would interfere with probably our sex life, even going as far to say that, when we get married and we start having sex, I will want it the way it happened to me when I was raped and stuff like that. Or people even just telling Femi that it's not worth it just being here. Eventually it's going to come out and bite you, stuff like that. So I'm so
sorry. It's okay now.
At the time I was so upset, and Femi didn't let the voices get into his head, but I did. And I remember when we got married, it wasn't that the issues that came about were that, it was affecting me. When we got married, what I was not thinking about is Femi thinking about those things. so it got to me, like it was in my head.
It swallowed you up.
Oh, it did, and we had to. The beautiful thing about Femi and I is me thinking that I was going to chase Femi away by telling him everything was ironically a very beautiful start to our relationship, because it opened a door to a vulnerability that exists till now. So it was like as if you could know everything was what
Just
else?
really just that kind of
And
thing.
so from then till now we have always shared everything openly. Like if we can't speak about it now, if I have to swallow my throat 10 times, I promise you tomorrow night
You will still say it.
Yep.
10 p.m. I'm gonna tell you. But I was saying all that to say that the beautiful thing about our relationship was that when we first all got married and a few months in, those issues arose, we were able to talk about it. At least we were able to say, okay, this is what's going through my head. This is what's inside. These are the voices in my head. Are you thinking about this? Is this on your mind? You know, and the thing that I've loved about Femi is that before, I remember when one of the few people spoke to us like a day before our introduction, and we were leaving, and I said to him, I said, are you worried that when we get married and when we have sex, I'm going to want it this way, the way these people have said? And Femi said, when we get married, if there's anything that you want, it's my responsibility to give it to you. That's one. Two, if there's anything that you want that I see that is not good for you, it's my responsibility to teach you better. And that gave me peace. It's like, okay. And he said it to me again when we were having that conversation. I remember, if there's anything that we are doing, or if it's anything that you desire or you want, and I see that it's not good for you, I see that it's not good for us, it is my responsibility to change it or to teach you better, because obviously you don't know better, and that's okay. So even after that, how I got over it, I used to be so upset. For the longest time, I was so upset that these people even said these things and planted a seed and gave us an unnecessary battle that we didn't need. But one thing I realized is that anger, trauma, pain is given to you. You can decide to hold on to it or not. You can also decide if you want to take it. You can decide that you're giving me say, I don't want to carry your problem and go. And so I made my peace with the fact that these people will always think like this, and this is the mindset they will have, and many other people as well will have that mindset. But it doesn't mean that your mindset gets to live in my house. And also, if you knew better, you do better. So that's the piece I made with it. But I can't remember how we even got here. I was talking about this, like, we were talking about the things that people had said before we got married. So yeah, that's basically.
So I think one of the things I deeply love about your relationship, and as far as I'm concerned, you're the most vulnerable person in the entire country. No. I stand on that with my 10 toes.
Wow.
I stand on that with my 10 toes. I
true.
love your love. It's true. I mean, I love your love, and I think that people do not realize how vulnerability leads to deeper connection. And you guys, like you said, being that vulnerable was actually the beginning of connection. And I'm like, I've had to be with people where it's so scary for them to be vulnerable and all. And I wanted to ask Femi, like, when she was that vulnerable to you, have you been vulnerable to her as well prior, or did that also trigger or was a catalyst to your own vulnerability to her as well? Because I know you to be very vulnerable as well. Oh my God, yes, I know. So I wanted to know, has it always been like that, or is when she became very vulnerable that it catalyzed your own vulnerability?
Let me start out.
Now you start out. Yeah, you look like the person that was started.
So why?
Because let me tell you why. Whenever I come to house, Femi is giving me. I feel like I come to your house like once a year. I get caught up with what has happened.
Everything, I will let you know.
I will let you know. I'm talking that you not come and sit down.
I will let you know. If I forget this, you. So like, okay,
So right.
and the reason, and I wasn't like that. I promise you, I'm not like a chatterbox with anybody. You have to be so close to me for you to get that side of me, and you have to be in my space. And it's not with everybody. But then what happened from the get-go was, because I knew she was the one, I just started say. The ones that she did not want to hear, the ones that
I could
if
never
no matter
understand.
how
Why
much,
are you
no matter how
telling me?
much she did not want to hear it, because I saw it in her face, I did not care. I just, I kept going, and it started with just a lot, with everything that I was doing, from what I was planning to finances to just life
Especially
plans,
finances.
especially finances, life plans in general. Because even with the money thing, I realized that if I picked the idea of, oh, I'm being very inconspicuous when it comes to money, it's going to give a lot of problems down the line.
Because
So,
I had issues with money.
do you understand?
Men.
And I didn't even know this, but I was just like, yo, this is it. This is what we have. This is what we don't have. And there was a lot of we talk
And he was, I was just gonna say that, and he would say we. I'm like, who is we?
in the
Who's
beginning.
we?
Do you understand? And
Yeah.
obviously that's what translated to now. But there was a lot of we talk, like, oh, this is how much we have money in my account, but this is what we are doing. This is how much you're going to collect. This is how much I have. Blah blah.
He would have 5K. You should say,
And
yeah,
I'll
you take 2.5.
2.5,
or
I'll take
2.8.
2.5. Yeah.
I'm just like, okay.
And till now, that's the way. Like, I ask people ask me for money. You not find one right in my hand. It's either Ini has everything, or if I have it, she can. Like, I don't feel like I have what will I call it? I don't have power over the money. She does. But then it started from, this is what we have, and the moment.
It's not a matter of
initiated
she
it.
does it.
Yeah.
We do.
Do you understand? But
We do, but we both have to make a unanimous
the,
decision.
the moment I'm just from the beginning, like the moment she like kind of like resolved into, okay, this is how we are moving now. Like when it became, okay, this is the culture now, it was easier when it comes to like the money parts and how we're moving with that, to like just ease into it, and then also heal her from everything that she either wanted to do or did not want to do. So it was just smooth into the marriage. So it wasn't like something, it wasn't a battle we were fighting in the marriage of, because
No, it was way before.
do you understand? We already,
Dealt with it.
and also I've also been like very open with, like, if I have it, this is what it is. This is how we're. Do you understand? What I tell. No,
I have a
that kind of thing.
question, and not to draw us back, but I really wanted to ask this because of other people who maybe have come to this and they don't know how to navigate it. The fact that you loved her and you decided to go forward, if the reverse was the case, where you just felt, I couldn't handle this, and you had kept it moving, do you think it's something you would be regretting today?
Of course. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Somebody marrying Yabasi. Somebody else. And till we having this conversation, it has never crossed my mind. First of all, I don't allow nonsense in my head. My head is very, very special. It's like family, God, music, and that kind of thing. Like very, very pure things. By God's grace. But
Somebody marrying Yabasi.
like it's in which world? The alternate universes, it's not. So I would have actually regretted. It would have been a terrible life. I feel like it would go toe to toe with the fact that at the point I was doing a 9 to 5 and I was miserable, and I realized that music was my thing. So imagine I was a 9 to 5 guy, and I see somebody else doing what I'm doing, and somebody else being the guitar man of Africa. I'm like, how would it have been if I was the one? It's the same way, like even better with Nyabasi. Like I will not say that she has children, somebody else, or she's flying around the world. Even if I was married, I was like, that could have been me. Do you understand? Like it would not be like a life filled with regrets. Like, so when you know she's the one, why are you now by trying to be I'm the distant? No. Like it never.
You didn't let your pride and ego take over.
There was no ego when it. No. Like, and I tell her this, like, there's ego. Ego died the moment I met her. Not married, met, because I remember when we got married, there were certain things that she was doing to me, and I used to tell her that, do you know my position in my family? My father consults me. I am the Olori Ebi of my dynasty, and you are talking to me this way.
When Femi used to say this thing when we argue, I was like, remember, I'm like,
these women, I'm like, nobody. I said nobody on the face of the planet will talk to me this way. Like.
And you're like, you'll be melting.
And I will be taking it all. It's not like I will not take it all, but I'll just have to let her know at the end of, like, I'm going to take it from you, but this is not normal. this does not happen. Do you understand? I remember I had a spat with my dad like a couple of years back. Like even when it was even concerning her, we just started dating. So obviously I knew that we were going to get married. She didn't know that yet, but I knew. But like we were just dating. It was a week, and me and my dad traveled, and my dad was like, "Oh, so I heard that you have married. You are dating a Calabar girl." I'm like, "Yes." And he wanted to go into, and I understand where my dad is coming from because it's from his own personal experience. It has also happened to him with someone in our family. So it was like my own child. He's trying to protect me. But for the first time, that was when my dad saw that I stood up to him as a man. Like, you married your wife, I'll marry mine. That's what I told my dad. Do you know how crazy that is? Like, you picked yours, I will pick mine. And it's not like, oh, I'm going to seek your counsel. No. You picked, I will pick. Full stop. And that was it never happened again. And I felt like my dad saw me like taller that day, like, you don't mess with this boy. Because out of all his children, I'm the meekest. I never gave anybody any problems, like ever. So for him to like, oh, okay, this is really cool. Do you understand? So now to have that, and then my wife is now talking to me and yeah. Do you understand? Like, I can lift you up. Do you understand? But I also realized that. But it's a good thing that you married a tall man. But I also realized that she's actually the only one that can in the entire world. This is my safe space. This is my, like, you are messing up. Oh, I'll put you in your place. And I'll put you in your place because I love you. Because you can choose. Because I feel like a lot of men down their wives and don't give them voices. I will take the credit for it that whatsoever this woman is today is because of God and me. What she has become. Because I could have easily just shielded her and just say, stay in the house. What are you doing? But she was also wise enough to say, this is what I want to do, this is my plan, and came for blessings. If you don't say yes, it doesn't happen. Wisdom. Do you understand what I mean? Wisdom. Because like I'll just shut you down, like, like NEPA, just off your line, like, do you understand what I mean? Yeah. But then also I feel like everything has been given in both ways. Like, we've been able to give ourselves room to express ourselves and grow also at the individual. And I think I told her a couple of days ago that, do you realize that we've grown together? It's not like I've grown and you're playing catch up, or you've grown and playing catch up. We are both growing because also everything we are both a part of, like separately and together, we are in each other's business. It's so interwoven. You know that thing
of each other's lives.
It's like you have cables and how do you separate the cables? Like, everything is so interwoven. Do you understand? So I feel like also that's one of the things that help. Like, we are our greatest cheerleaders. Whatever she's doing, like, we have conversations after, like, oh my God, that happened, babe. Oh my God, that, like, it's so cool to like check in and have that.
I want to say something. At the sponsors dinner, Ine was talking and everything, and the minute you entered, my sister lost focus. I'm just like, hey God, see love. This is what they call love. Oh my God. Like, there was such a big smile on her face.
You know what she told me? She said for me, like, if it was like a mind came down the moment I walked in. Because she was texting me, I was like, babe, where are you? And I was trying to make sure that, because we have a life, understand? Like, some things will not stop. 3 beautiful children. So you have to make sure that things are working. So I had to settle all of that. And then I'm like, I have to be there. Because it was from when we were preparing for the sponsors dinner that I realized how much me being there will mean to her. I'm like, regardless of whatever, I have to be there. So the moment I walked in, she told me, like, oh my God, like, her mind came down and she was very happy. And I was also very happy to be there, to just sit down at the back and just see what she was doing. I was already looking for houseboy work that I was going to do. I've always been like that. Like, when it comes to things that like,
I saw the other say, the speaker has been.
She didn't even have to say it. I already, okay, what do I do? I went there and the moment I did it and everything was fine, I was telling the person that was beside me, I was like, I sorted it out. The moment I came here, I sorted my wife out. Because it was like, it made a lot of sense to like, oh, don't worry, my husband is here. Like, there are things that in this life, Inni has no issue, like, she has no issues with, because she doesn't even know how it functions. She doesn't know, like, if I travel, and I'm not in the house, and certain things finish. It's not a business for her to know how it's going to be done. There's no gas, there's no light. They want to do. She doesn't know how it even functions. So she calls me. I'm like, and I'll just do it. Like she doesn't know. She has only switched on the gen once since we got married, and I fought her. And it was because I was in America at that time. I'm like, why would you go and switch on the gen? There's a gate man there.
Can I explain myself?
Yeah, explain.
Again, the gate man wasn't there, and I was pregnant. I was very hot. I was like, I couldn't handle it, and Femi wasn't around. I tried to call security guard. He wasn't there. What will I do? I had to go and switch on the gen now. Can you
And
just
also
let it
understand,
go?
when she was in her father's house, she's the gen, she buys for diesel, she switches on the big gen and everything, she does it. But I did it with her a couple of times when we started dating. I'm like, so when she did, like, it was what I promised myself, that this kind of thing ends in your father's house. With me, it's smooth sailing. You're here to just be a princess. Do you understand? And it's the same way till tomorrow. Do you understand? Like, and by the grace of God, she will never know, because like it will be like, why do I have to know how this functions, how this moves? Do you understand? Like, that's why you have a man.
Yeah. Kudos to you, and thank you so much for being that safe space for her.
Thanks,
For being that person that she just knows that with my person, I'm safe.
Yeah.
I trust. I can be myself self. And this is not because of everything you said, because I've known you guys for a long time, and I know how your relationship is. Like, especially this person's dinner, like she lost focus. I said, Eloa, this is back here.
Your friends.
I wanted to, the funny thing, I wanted to hug her when I walked in, but you see that I touched her because I knew that it would take like 5 minutes.
What I expected was that you guys would kiss, forget about all of us. But she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I swear.
It was like a professional, kind of semi-professional setting. So I was just like touched. Oh, I'm here. And if I had my way, I would like, you're going through the back. You'll just see me. I didn't want to distract her because I knew that she was in the zone. But yeah, thank you. I don't know what we did. We did something together, and somebody came to thank me.
It was where I was invited to share my story when that was 2022. Yeah. And I shared my story, and then they were asking me questions after, and then someone else said, "Is your husband, who's your husband? Where is he?" I said, "Oh, he's here, it's at the back." And they gave him a standing ovation. Mostly the men in the room, like, they got up, and then after the whole event, the man who asked, he went to go and he went to Femi, he went to thank him.
We don't do it for the thanks. We do it for the woman.
Don't worry, we will come and do the thanks.
But you see, another thing is that the reason why I am the way I am, and I will continue to be, I have a son, and I have daughters, and I have separate relationships with the three of them because they are just three different human beings. But one of the pickups for the girls is, this is how a man should take care of a woman. For the boys, this is what you are seeing. This is the starting point for you. This is not, oh, I want to be like my father. You have to be better than me. But this is the baseline of like, oh, when you say woman, because the reason why I'm the way I am is because of my dad. Do you understand? My dad is a very soft, loud with his laugh, but the greatest guy you ever meet. I've been with my mom for, I don't know, 37 years now, almost 40 years that they've been together. And I see the way he treats her. Obviously, I wanted to be better, but that was like my own baseline. So yeah, certain things, certain quirks that I feel like, okay, can be better, I adjusted in my own. And that's why I'm the way I am with. And then for my son, it's just going to be like, oh, so why are you like this? Oh, have you seen my dad with my mom? No. That's the way we are in our household. Oh, we carry bags for women. It's not like I'm not ashamed. Like, it's not even a conversation. Why would she be carrying a bag? Or why I still open the door for her. It's not a chivalry is dead kind of thing. It's just I'm opening the door for my wife. It's not outside behavior. It's like inside. Do you understand? Like, do you understand? So for me, it's like, it's so important that if I set that precedent, it helps down the line for generations to come that they refer back to the OG that started it. Oh, this is the way he was. Oh, and then we are just. It's almost like an update. This is the way we treat women. This is the way we talk to women. We don't talk down on women. Like honestly, sometimes when we fight, and probably I raise my voice, and she tells me that I'm raising my voice, it makes me feel so bad because that's never really my intention. I'm probably just passionate in the moment. Like, do you understand? Do you understand? You know. So yeah.
So I was actually going to go there next. That you guys have 3 children.
Mm.
3 neurodivergent children.
Hello, Shannon Jari.
Tell me about that.
Oh, they are. In fact, I always say neurodivergent so that people can relate, but I really call them 3 gifted children because that's what they are. They're gifted. Their brains don't work the way everyone else's brains.
Normal is overrated,
work.
man.
They're gifted. They're unique. Like I was still telling my son last night before he fell asleep, I said, you're gonna change the world. Do you know that? You're gonna change the world. Like you're going to blow minds away. What you have in your head is so spectacular. So we knew about only our son, who's our firstborn. But after a while we began to pick up other symptoms in our other daughters, our 2 daughters, and we realized, okay, 3 of them were actually gifted in neurodivergence. We did a diagnosis for them late last year, where we now realized that our son has